Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Kathy, and it is January 26th. I thought last year went fast, but wasn't January 1st just last week. There's so much going on, and we are definitely being challenged to be people of light. The question is how to do that. One of the women asked, how can we be holy? The answer is not to get a hole puncher, as one of the other people were joking with Ron, but how do we be? How do we be holy? Because, there are a lot of things that with what is happening about being of the light is how to support good conflicting processes or things, or, like immigration, we need in the United States, we need to have some balance in that. But how do we do that in a way that is respectful of people? There are all kinds of things like that. I'm going to ask, how are we holy? And she actually, I think, has been telling us that the last few months. We'll see what happens. But let's get started with heart source. For those of you not familiar with the heart source, move into the front of your heart chakra, which is in the center of your chest. Go as deep as you can. Now move around to the back and go into the back of the heart chakra. Good. Go as deep as you can, because there's a special place in there, and that's your sacred space. When you move down that hallway, that tunnel, that alleyway, and then you step in to this dynamic place. And now come around the front, go into the front of your third eye. Go far enough back there and set your intention for the violet flame, and you will see the violet flame there. We're going to activate that in a little bit. You can activate it at any time. Now move around to the back and go into the back of the third eye. Good. Now, draw a beam of energy that goes from your heart chakra up to your third eye. Notice what you feel, experience with that. Now send that beam of energy straight up to the center of the universe. It knows where to go. And now straight down to the center of the planet. And this is where we are walking between the worlds, between the third dimension and the fifth dimension. So think about it. When you're in your heart source, not only can you discern truth better, truth with a capital T, not only can you discern whether people are not being totally honest, and they may not even know that they're not being totally honest, you can also discern when you're not really in your truth. Good. And now, I am the sword. So those of you who do not have the sword of Archangel Michael, extend your dominant hand, palm up. Call upon Archangel Michael. Just ask him to be there. He's standing right there waiting for your declaration, your command, and ask him for his sword. And I always can feel a little something happening in the palm of my hand, and my sword is about that big. I have small hands, by the way. Hold that in front of your heart and place it within your heart, and feel the power of the sword go throughout your entire body, all bodies, physical and energetic. And now, violet flame, activate along all 7 layers of my aura. So you have 7 layers of the violet flame going through there. There you go. Good. Command, chakra spin, spin as fast as is safe for me. Breathe in energy from above and below. That energy is going into your chakras, adding more light into them and spinning out congested energy. As it goes out of your energy field, out of the chakras, it is going through those 7 layers of the aura with the violet flame, and it is being transmuted into a high vibration of love. There you go. And your aura's been expanding this whole time. You're protected, fully protected. And now, aura, expand. Or let's do heart source. Expand to the 7th layer of my aura, or if my aura is smaller, then when I extend my arms outward to my fingertips, put the heart source to enclose my entire physical body. All of you that are doing this, your aura is even larger than your room that you're in. Just breathe gently. Notice any difference that you experience, feel, know, sense in your aura, even in your body, even in your emotional self. There you go. Now we're going to create our healing lecture room. For all of us who ever see this video or read the transcripts, you will all be included, no matter how long of a time has passed since this was originally given. There is a floor of light below us. There is a canopy of light above us. There are pillars of light in each corner. And there are now angels from the angelic realm. And all of these look like they're going to be from Archangel Michael's band that surround our healing lecture room from pillar to pillar to pillar to pillar and back to the original pillar. What I call the healing lecture room is an adaptation of the healing room from the Melchizedek method. Feel the love in there. All of the angels from Archangel Michael are actually facing outward with swords drawn, so it is protection. And there is a central pillar. And in this central pillar, we invite all the masters and saints who are called to support us in today's ceremony of healing and love. There's somebody new that I don't usually experience. He is very tall and he's slender. And oh, that's interesting. I am now getting that this is Ashtar from the Ashtar Command, an intergalactic force. Those of you who have heard of Sananda, another name for Yeshua or Jesus. So this is another incarnation. He is very much part of the galactic forces. And it's okay if you don't believe that. It doesn't matter. And in comes Buddha and Yeshua. I see Catherine of Siena, who is my patron saint. Dwagkul, who helped to channel information for Alice Bailey. Lots of metaphysical stuff. Some of the original stuff that came. Babaji. I don't know a whole lot about Babaji. I just know of him. Saint Germain is coming in. Those of you who believe that Saint Germain is no longer on the earth plane, I want to tell you, I know he is on the earth plane. I don't have any way to prove it. I just know that he actually, when I ask, will assist me with getting the word out about Amma's work. And he has told me that, believe it or not, he goes by Marvin, and he is in the Eastern European bloc, and he assists people in entrepreneurship and small businesses so that they can have abundance. And here comes Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Kali. Tell you, Kali is someone that is so powerful, and she will destroy illusions, which can be really daunting because we don't always know what illusion we're working under. And now comes Hilarion, who is the Chohan, the head of the fifth green ray of healing. And by the way, he has another incarnation, and his as Hilarion, ancient Greece. He was a healer, and his other incarnation at the time of Jesus, well, a little bit after the time of Jesus, was Paul of Tarsus. In the Catholic Church, we call him Saint Paul. Yesterday was actually the feast day of Saint Paul's conversion. I went to Mass, and in the epistle, which is from the Acts of the Apostles, he was struck and asked by Jesus, who had already ascended into heaven, "Why do you persecute me?" And it was like a lightning bolt coming, and he was blinded. And he was told to go to somebody in particular, whose name I forgot. And scales fell from his eyes, and he could see. And what came to me was the scales of hatred. Where do we have scales over our eyes that is blinding us to the truth? What do we hate? What we deny? Where are our scales? And I just heard from Hilarion, who said, you can have scales that hide from you your power and love. And you can have scales that hide from you your courage, because it takes great courage to speak out now. And you are now invited, as a whole group of beings who work with the fifth ray, Archangel Raphael's crew, because he's the archangel of the ray of healing, are now bringing in chairs to sit in that are green jade chairs, not as hard as jade. They're energetic. You can relax. If you choose to lie down, you can ask, would you please let this be a bed? You can even make it one of those beds where it goes up, in the front, in the back, where you can read through it, something like that. Read a book or something. All right, good. A little exercise to discover where your scales are over your eyes, what you're not seeing, and how to send healing energy, or what's the right word? Confrontive energy, about having us look to what is truly within our heart, what is truly the scales. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but we're going to find out. So get yourself comfortable. Your soul self is coming to be with you in a very special way. Your healing team is there. Do you dare to ask to be revealed to you the scales which are hiding your truth? Remember, you're the sword. So that energy is there. You are in your heart source. The violet flame is there. Now, the answer to that command revealed to me where my scales are over the eyes, hiding from me the truth of me on this planet, the truth of what I am called to do, the truth of how to interact with people. And I just got, for me, the truth of when to keep my mouth shut and when to simply send love. Ask your soul self to send you the energy that you need to know your truth. Your soul self gathers the energy and your soul purpose over lifetimes, because we all have a soul purpose that extends over lifetimes. And your soul self is really your soul, right? And he is the one that helped you decide what incarnation would you take, which is an aspect of your soul self. Simply ask for that energy to dissolve within you what hides the truth from you. Now, those of you who know how to do the transmutational funnel, we're not going to go through that today, but know that you can bring that energy, ask for that energy to be revealed within you and to come into your transmutational funnel and transmute it, and then bring it back to yourself in regards to filling the spaces where there was once low vibration energy to fill it with high vibration energy. And as you become clearer, you are able to send energy to others who are struggling in the same way. There are a lot of good people that believe differently than me, than you, than others. And we need us all. And we need us all as clear as we can be. Now, invite to be with you people that you know, that you either know or know of, that needs the same energy, that needs and would probably want, because they won't accept it if they don't want it, but the energy of transmutation, of the blindedness that we can have to the truth and to our truth. I'm getting that when she says the difference between our soul self's truth and our truth is that we are each called in particular ways in this lifetime to speak and exercise our truth. If it's not where we are to be right now, it's more difficult. All of our guides are aimed to assist us in different ways, but how are you supposed to exercise your truth? For some people, it will be in deep prayer and transmutation of energy and the sending of high vibration energy on a daily basis. For the other, it is the clearing of yourself. For others, it is writing, putting out words, sharing information like on social media, standing firm in your truth. So call those to you. And share with those people your transmuted energy right now. The energy of removing the scales from your eyes. And you are inviting those that you have with you to share that energy and just send it to them. They won't take it if they don't want it. This is all done on a soul level. Let's go ahead and ask for our healing team to find the wound within us, which most warts us being in touch with our truth. And healing team, we ask you to use the basic plugin, the Healing Over Lifetimes plugin, the Removal of Victim Consciousness plugin, and the Implant Removal plugin. Those of you who aren't familiar with those plugins, don't worry about it. Your healing team knows exactly what to do. Now, you may stay in your green jade chair or bed of healing, or you may decide to get in a nice little chair and listen to Amma's message. That's the lecture part, whichever it is you wish. And by the way, that central pillar, I don't know if I mentioned it, but that's where all of these other wonderful masters and beings are. And let us send a beam of energy from our heart to that central pillar. It also connects to ourselves. I'd appreciate a beam of energy from your heart to mine. That helps fill me with energy. And Amma, I ask you to bless me with the words that you wish me to share and to assist me in translating the energy you send in the way that you want. Now, the next one that you hear will be Amma, the Divine Mother. Dear ones, I am Amma, the Divine Mother of the Divine Mothers, and I am your mother. And I am love. And you were created from my love. You were created from Abba's love. You were created from the Creator's love. We are all one. And you are one with us. Somebody asked a question. How do we be holy? I'm going to answer it in two ways. Holy, meaning, maybe saintly, sanctified, or holy, as in being wholly yourself. So HO and then WHO. How to be wholly yourself in this lifetime. I have been talking about this in the last few months. So let us begin at the beginning of the situation. We are entering the time of chaos upon this planet. It is in full force, trying to know what is truth and not truth, trying to figure out how to be people of the Creator, of God. Some people are Christian, some people are Buddhist, some people are Sikhs. There are many different religions. You have what is called the Abrahamic religions, Jewish, Christian, Muslim. Religions were developed by humanity to discover how to be at peace with, let's say, the God, the creator. What you may call pagan religions are the same. All of them with the intent of how to make friends with, how to resolve differences with what they think the gods are doing or asking to happen, whether it's storms or it's war. And I am going to speak from the aspect of love. No religion associated with it. Love. You know you were created from love. Do you know that just intellectually? Or do you know that to the depths of your being? Are you aware to the depths of your being that every person you see in your life is one with you? That every animal and plant and mountain and rock and drop of water that you experience in your life is one with you. It is difficult as human beings to know how to treat, be with, care for, relate to those who are one with you, brothers and sisters, if you would, in a way that is true for you. I'm going to say that the very first step of holiness is acceptance. The acceptance of people in different lifestyles, different cultures, different beliefs, different viewpoints, to accept that that is who they are, even if it seems far away from you. Does that mean that you do not contradict them, that you do not have discussion with them? No, that does not mean that. Because you gain knowledge and wisdom and compassion and empathy for others as you hear their stories. A person who has not had a gun held to their head does not know what that is like. And you, if you have not had that happen, have a different viewpoint of perpetrators, of how to relate to people of violence than those who only have an intellectual knowledge of such. What can you learn in accepting them for where they are and what has happened to them and how they live their life because of that? Have you had anyone take your home from you, your house which you made a home? If not, it is very difficult to understand fully, other than in an intellectual way, of what it might be like to the core of your being to have that happen. Have you had to protect children in your own country where gangs have come to steal them away and put them with sex traffickers? And so you run to a different country. And you have heard stories that are not necessarily true about that country. You don't know what to do. The intent is not to invade. The intent is safety. And the other country feels invaded. It is difficult to understand what others feel in that experience. It is difficult for many to have compassion. And it is very difficult for people with a limited viewpoint, a limited ability to feel what others are going through, to know, how do we respond to this? This one wrote on a Facebook page just today in response to someone else that being and doing what Jesus suggested is difficult to do. And there are many reasons why it's difficult. One reason is there are now about 8 billion additional people since Jesus lived. How do you handle those things of food and housing and countries? How do you send love to those people? How do you be holy? How do you be holy in your life and having compassion for them? Because with this many people upon your planet, there are conflicts, even in wanting to be good and in love and to be compassionate. How does that come together? Now, I can tell you that holiness does not come from people who only have the first 3 chakras open, the first, the second, the third chakras, that have not yet activated their heart chakra. Because when the heart chakra is activated, that energy from the heart goes back down to the first, the second, and the third and redefines how to protect your living group. It could be a country, a family, a school, a religion, the national instinct, and how to have power in this outside world. Without the heart energy, it is sheer power over. With the heart energy, it is power with. And how do you do that? That is a great philosophical conundrum, is it not? That you must sort out. And I don't mean you as an individual, although as an individual, yes, it is you as a collective. There are not that many people who have their heart chakras open. They are caught in the fear of what happens if their country is overrun, if their way of life is overrun. They are caught in the conundrum of how to manage the sense of power in the outside world. If they do not have that second chakra energy of how to handle that which is outside of them, they can move into war. They can move into being desperate. And if they have no sense of the power within themselves because it has been denied them or taken from them, there are battles within them where they are not recognizing their own amazing power hiding within them, if only they can open their heart. Because it is in the spiritual, the metaphysical, that beyond the body, that you start to live, work, and share. Your throat chakra, the ability to speak truth, does not really activate until your heart activates. The heart will activate the throat chakra. It brings a whole different awareness of what truth is. It brings a whole different awareness to manifestation. You can manifest through that second chakra without the heart being open. But when you do that, it does not carry awareness of the needs of others and how you can live more fruitfully in conjunction with everyone else when you activate the heart. Most people, 90%, 95%, believe that they must have power over someone to accomplish what they want, not power with a doctor. Let's take a medical doctor. And it doesn't matter if it is a medical doctor of Western medicine or a doctor of Eastern medicine or a doctor of psychology. Those who have the view of their own power being over, as in, you have to do what I say, that limits them from being able to open their third eye, being able to discover that there is much more to this life, to this world, and that you can heal more. You can cure more if you open your eyes to different ways of healing and giving and being with other people. It is true that you have to open your heart and work with people from the deepness of your heart to be able to solve today's problems. Because problems from today occurred with the heart closed. When you become holy, you see people differently. Your heart is active. You learn to speak your truth firmly and tenderly. You learn to relate to others with acceptance. And you learn to listen to what is needed. And you will discover that in this time of great population upon your planet, with many, many different views, that the problems are much more difficult than it was 2,000 years ago, when they didn't even know about other continents. You have to take within you the wisdom of the ages. And there is wisdom in everything, including novels, including self-help books. What is that wisdom for yourself? To be holy, Holy, is to live from love. To be whole, Whole, occurs when you are holy. You might not do everything correctly. You'll still make mistakes. But to be whole means that you have accessed that power within your heart. You have learned to use your power to stand up for yourself, to set firm and loving boundaries, which to some people may not seem loving, but they are, because they are from your heart. You speak your truth to be wholly yourself, You learn whether or not you are someone who is supposed to be out there writing books, giving talks, calling people to accountability. Are you to be there in the quietness of your own room, doing the work that is so needed, which is to send love outward to others, to work for healing, to provide that love energy from which creation occurs? The change of energy comes from many different ways. The fear on this planet for thousands of years needs people who stay in the place of their own, as Jesus would call it, closet, to pray in their closet, to pray in their home, and send that energy outwards. Because then those of you who stand in your truth and you realize that in order to speak, you need that energy, that creative energy of love to feed you. That is why you have what you might call monks, and you have those who are out in the world, those who are within their space of sending love, of clearing themselves and sending love and assisting to clear others. Are you one who is supposed to be speaking? Are you one who is to be writing? Are you one who is to be giving money or service? Are you one who is to be giving support, whether it be by letters or postcards or notices on social media? Are you one who is to call others to accountability? Each one has its own challenge. Each one needs you to be within your heart and take that heart energy where you connect with spirit in the deepest way and ask for the assistance from your guides, your angels, your healing team to let you know what is your truth, how to be holy as you were. Oh. You have assistance. Call upon that assistance. You do not need to do this alone. Yes, you have spiritual assistance, but don't humans sometimes need that physical assistance? There are those of you on this call who know people. If you know of someone who stays within their room and sends healing energy to others, ask that one or ask anyone that you meet, will you be willing to be my partner as I go out and say things? Will you send me the creative energy I need to weave my words in love? I hope this assists you, precious ones, because you are at a time where it may seem that you don't know how to be your truth, that you don't know how to relate to others. When do you say things? How do you say them? When do you, as was once said, shake off the dirt from your feet and go to somewhere else that you can assist? It is a complex world and always has been, and it will continue to be so. In all of its complexity, I am with you. The Creator is with you. Abba is with you. And I hold you in my womb, and Abba holds you in his heart. And the Creator holds you in oneness. And I am Amma, the Divine Mother of the Divine Mothers. And oh, my precious one, I am your mother. So this is Kathy. I had no idea what she was going to say, but that was pretty powerful, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. That was pretty powerful.
Thank you, Dr. Kathy. Many blessings.
You're welcome. Many blessings.
It was amazing.
Profound.
Beautiful.
Yes. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much. And take care. And if you have any comments you want to make directly to me, just send me an email or a text. Those are my phone number, which is, well, they'll all be emails, you know.
Kathy?
Yes, cool.
I think Amma intended that message just for me.
Just for you.
So,
she answered, she's talking to all of us. She
Oh,
was thinking
yeah.
of you, Margaret, also. Y'all have such a special relationship. But others of you, as you say, as you go, oh, I need the spiritual support of someone.
Yeah.
You might want to think about that. We can figure out a way to do that. That is actually part of spiritual warfare.
I've been craving it, so it was good.
Thank you.
And happy Year of the Snake coming up this Wednesday.
Right. Yes.
That's right. Who's a snake on here?
No.
I'm a tiger.
Oh, you're a tiger. I'm a dragon. I'm
A monkey.
Wait.
In peace.
I'm an odd.
Anyway, Cleo, have a good week.
Bye.
Yeah.
Take care, all you precious people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you act.
Bye.
God bless.